So here I am at GameStop. See, GameStop. And they're doing a buy two, get one free deal. And they've got, hey, there's Fight Forever. You buy one new one on a certain one, and you get a new, there's the list for the new ones. Here, I'll show it to you. Here's the list. And by the time this video gets up there, it'll be about that time. Here's the list of the games that they could do for the PlayStation 5. I'm debating on what I'm going to trade in. I've got store credit, and I got some stuff I traded in, plus I got my card, and you got the buy two get one free on used on all pre-owned games, which I'm pretty much going to probably do Gotham Knights used, because I won't be paying that much for it by the time it's all figured up. So that'll probably be the time to get it. But yeah, here's some Switch games, which I was debating on. But here's the certain ones, like I said. Xbox 360, Wii, PlayStation 3. I was debating on getting that Call of Duty 4. I think that's the only one I really need on this whole list of PlayStation 3 games. But yeah, this is pretty nice. There's AEW Fight Forever with Sting. They got a lot of good stuff. There's Zelda. I debated on looking for Persona 5 Gold, Persona 5 Royal. I was thinking about getting that, but I think I'll hold off. I was thinking about Callisto Protocol, but nah, I'm gonna wait until it drops on down. I'm really reluctant to do this on Gotham Knights, but with this sale, I'll do it. With that sale. Tachi Rain. Oh, here's a Sega Genesis. I think it's a, what is that, a lunchbox, or I don't know what that is, but Pikachu. There's a Sentinel. There you go. That's pretty cool, Eddie. Imagine that on your shelf, buddy. I almost picked up a pop today. I was at that Bargain Spins place, and he had a Alexa Bliss, but it was almost out of the box. And if it was $1, I would have picked it up. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like the t-shirts. Hey everybody, ECW fan here, and I want to thank you for watching this GameStop video. I know I've done a couple of these over the fall and winter, and it's been a while since I did one, just straight GameStop. So, for about the last week or two, GameStop has been doing a sale, and it was called the you buy two used any system, you get a third one free. So the sale was really good. GameStop used to have these sales almost under regular, and they've kind of slowed them down because of their company's business is not that good. But now it seems like GameStop is back in action. They want to sell and they want to make games, and they've been taking in retro games, which this is their attempt to move them as quick as possible. And I've seen Mr. Rightway. He's bought a few retro games, a PlayStation 2, and I think a PlayStation 1 game. And it's not just that sale. They have another sale going on, and it is a God, what is the name of it? It is a buy one brand new game and you get the other one for free. But there's a certain list of games, so I'm sitting there and I took the list and I was like, oh, okay, this could actually make getting Gotham Knights worth it, because they had cut the price down to Gotham Knights, I think the 40 brand new. So I said, okay, if I get this one, I could actually, if I get a game it's worthwhile on this list, like a Plague Tale, which I was looking for, I might even clear Gotham Knights so it would actually make this deal worthwhile. That's my thought. So I'm sitting there and I go over and A Plague Tale is not there. And I look at the rest of the list and there's nothing really I want. I mean, Saints Row, the newest one, but I heard that game's awful. So I just crossed that one off my list. And I was like, and the Gotham Knights they had there was $80 for a deluxe edition. I was like, nah, I don't want that. I'm not going to sink that much money into an iffy game. Because I've heard good and bad things about Gotham Knights, and it's failure. And yeah, that's the rare thing about this year, is Warner Brothers Discovery had two failures of Gotham Knights, two weird cross-promotional failures that they really wasn't related in any way. They had the video game Gotham Knights, which failed, and they had the TV show Gotham Knights, and both of them just did not do good. And the TV show was, even when the actor said this was we don't even think, we know this is an uphill battle because nobody really wants this show to pitched, and I don't know why it got through. If you're going to do a Gotham Knights, wouldn't you tie it into the game? Instead it was nothing like the game, and it was just, I don't understand Warner Brothers. That I can't blame Discovery because those two projects were already on the plate by the time they come in. But anyhow, I picked up these. Basically, there's 5 games here, and I'm going to tell the story behind it. So I walked in, and like I said, I didn't want none of the brand new games, so I went to the used ones, any used ones. And GameStop is doing retro. If you watch Mr. Rightway's video, who is really a good YouTuber, has lots of good videos about collection and some GameStop, and well, they're back into retro. And my shop has been doing it for a long while before this whole retro thing. He's been stocking PlayStation 3s, Wii's and Wii U's and Xbox 360 games, certain ones. So we go in, and I'm sitting there looking around, and I decide, to go to buy 2, get a third one free. So the first one I picked up is the Outer Worlds, and I've heard this I can't pronounce that freaking name. This from the creators that did South Park, the first game, or the studio that did South Park, the first game. Sorry, not the creators. That's Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Well, the studio that did the first game was behind this one, this RPG called The Outer Worlds. And I've heard some good things about this one, so I went ahead and picked it up. So this was my free game, because this was marked way down. So it took me a while, and this was actually my 3rd game that I picked up, because I've already decided on what I was going to do, which you'll hear at the end. So I went ahead and I picked up Spyro, the Reignited Trilogy. Now, there was always a question about this game. And I didn't know this for the longest time, because I thought, well, these games were all together on one disc. Well, if you have the first edition of this game, they're not. I learned that on a video. The original Spyro Reignited Trilogy actually had download codes for the other 2 games. You got one of the games, then you had 2 download codes for the other 2 games. So if somebody bought this game, they would have used the download codes, and you would have been like, oh man, I can't get the games again. What the hell? So I asked him when I bought this. I asked that because Daryl wasn't there. I said, hey, is all the Spyro games there? And he's like, yeah. He said it should be on the disc. It's like, okay. So I got home, raced home, checked it out, and all 3 games are on this disc. So good. So that's actually 4 games right there. So perfect. So anyhow, I go in, and I've already decided, I'm not going to pay brand new $80 for Gotham Knights. And I've been looking for a price to buy this game. For the longest time, I was like, if I could find a price that I feel comfortable paying for Gotham Knights, I'm going to do it. And it's not going to be, I didn't want to do it at 40. And I sure as hell ain't going to do it at 80. So, but I did, and to buy 2, get a third one free, I found Gotham Knights for the PlayStation 5 used. I found the used copy of this game. So this game has been marked down, way down. So I had, my 2 games I traded in. I traded 2 games in that they took. I brought 5. They took 2. Okay. And like I said, they're not going to take every game you got in the world because I've got a lot. So I went over and I was like, okay, with Spyro and Outer Worlds and my coupon card, and I wouldn't normally trade games into GameStop, but with my coupon, it actually made it worthwhile just to go ahead and do this deal here. So close together, I've got enough off to get all 5 of these games at a price that put me at $7 to $7.50 per game for these 5 games. Because Spyro's 3 games in 1. So it made this deal worthwhile. And I don't know, I've heard some good things about Gotham Knights, and I've heard a lot of bad. And I think a lot of it is due to the fact that we fans wanted a new Arkham game for so long. We wanted one like, oh my God, Batman Arkham's coming back. Because we've been wanting a Batman game like that. We've been wanting a sequel, something set in the Arkham universe. Because you could plug in one of those Batman Arkham games and you could actually play the combat. And the combat is just kick ass. Even now. Well, we've had to wait. And we've heard bits and pieces. Oh man, the Court of Owls is going to be in it. The Court of Owls. Scott Snyder was selling this game hard. He's like, Court of Owls is coming, and we was like, oh man, this is gonna be epic, Arkham Universe, Court of Owls, Batman having his first encounter with him, but then tidbits start to slip out. That it wasn't going to be an Arkham game, and it's like, oh, okay, and then the combat showed up, and people was talking about how slow it is, and it's not as good as the Arkham games, and I was like. That they used some of the template of the Arkham game, but they didn't really go all the way with it. And it's got a lot of people, Warner Brothers Montreal done it. And it just, they said originally it was going to be a live service game. And they stripped the elements out of it because it's the live service, because you saw how Avengers done. And this one is one that just don't know. I took a gamble on it. 5 games. I said, for this price that I paid for it, I'll take the gamble. We'll see. We'll see what Gotham not Arkham, but Gotham Knights is. And I like the characters. I like Nightwing and Robin and Batgirl and Jason Todd, the Red Hood. So I was like, this could be good. But this was my pickups. 5 games. And it's got this GameStop adventure. Sorry, it's late. This GameStop adventure. I'm kind of hoping that I can do more of these eventually. I can do more filming there. I like filming when Daryl's there, because Daryl's very funny. And I got a video of him blowing out my PlayStation, and he doesn't mind me filming there. They don't. You can be courteous. Just be courteous. Film. That's how I've seen Mr. Rightway filming GameStops. If they don't have games that's there, don't get mad at the employees, because it's not their fault. If they don't take certain games or have certain retro games, don't get mad at the employees again. They're not responsible for this. But in the end, it's fun. It was a nice little adventure, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to do more of them. So drop me a comment, like, or support the channel. Until next time, I'm going to go play me some Gotham Knights and some Spyro, baby. Spyro and Gotham Knights, baby.